In response to Catherine's amazement at Camilla's rudeness to Charlotte, Princess Anne reveals a shocking revelation about the royal family. After Prince William's recent decision to restrict Queen Consort Camilla's children from participating in royal events, Princess Anne and Princess Catherine are reportedly shocked by Queen Camilla's harsh statement toward Princess Charlotte. This comes after Prince William made the decision to exclude the children of Queen Consort Camilla from attending official engagements. According to statements made by those who are considered to be insiders within the royal family, there have been reports that an incident that occurred regarding Queen Camilla's handling of Princess Charlotte has resulted in criticism and created worries about her position within the monarchy. There was a remarkable display of animosity among the royal family during the private party of royal family members, which is thought to have been caused by the Queen Consort's criticism of Princess Charlotte for her maturity and serenity despite her young age. In the past, Princess Charlotte has been subjected to criticism. This is not merely a brief incident of royal intrigue. There is more behind this narrative than meets the eye. The shifting power dynamics and unresolved difficulties that are prevalent within the House of Windsor are exemplified by this situation. When everything is taken into account, it is abundantly evident that the younger generation, and Princess Charlotte in particular, will play a significant role in determining the destiny of the monarchy. In addition, it provides light on the difficulties that arise when attempting to modernize the monarchy while also retaining its well-known traditions for generation after generation. Another scandal involving the royal family was brought to the attention of the public. According to reports, Queen Camilla made a comment about Princess Charlotte during the coronation, describing her as naughty and perfectly point during a Charlotte's ball drop. A sister event seconds later found her in a late-end body of water, which was initially thought to be her grave during her pregnancy. This statement gave the impression that she had low respect for Princess Charlotte. The testimony of members of the royal family was an important factor in the discovery of this information. Statements made by members of the royal family all endorse this. It would appear that Princess Catherine was able to overhear these brief comments, and consequently, she exhibited a discernible degree of grief upon hearing them. With the remarkable coolness that she is known for, the Princess of Wales handled the situation with the same level of composure that she is accustomed for maintaining in high-pressure situations. Her efforts to divert her daughter's attention while yet preserving the appropriateness of the occasion were fruitful, and she was successful in doing so. The statements of Camilla are said to have taken Princess Anne, better known as the Princess Royal, by surprise, according to reports. While that Anne, who has been recognized for a long time to be one of the members of the royal family who puts in the most effort, has expressed her gratitude for Princess Charlotte's upbringing and her support for Catherine's approach to parenting. She has done this when attending public engagements. In addition to this, she has stated that she agrees with Catherine's approach to parenting methods. It has been reported that Anne has indicated her confidence in Charlotte's ability to become the Princess Royal in the future. Anne sees Charlotte as a promising figure for the monarchy, and they believe that she has conveyed this belief. According to the reports, Anne is of the opinion that, like requirements, it would appear that the differences of opinion between Queen Camilla and Princess Catherine are the result of more fundamental concerns that are discussed inside the royal family. It has been stated that Camilla has been actively advocating for her children from her previous marriage, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes, to be promoted to more prominent roles within the monarchy. This information comes from a variety of sources. It has been suggested that Prince William's objective of streamlining the royal operation in order to concentrate on direct heirs to the throne, such as his children George, Charlotte, and Louis, has come into conflict with this endeavor. Based on the allegations, it appears that this method is incompatible with the initiative. There are some people within the organization who are of the opinion that Camilla's statements that were published regarding Charlotte are a part of a larger power struggle that is taking place within the organization. It would appear that certain members of the royal family are becoming increasingly uneasy as a result of her growing influence on King Charles, which ultimately resulted in her being elevated to the position of Queen Consort. Anger has been fanned, and tension that was already present has been heightened as a result of Prince William's decision to stop Camilla's children from being paid by the royal family, an act of disobedience or obedience. The British monarchy had high hopes that the coronation of King Charles would be a spectacular celebration of history, unity, and the continuation of past traditions. That is the pledge that Charlotte made. The ceremony that they were attending was overshadowed by a drama that was not overt but yet substantial and took place in Westminster Abbey, within the very center of the cathedral. This event took place in the middle of the golden regalia and hymns that reverberated throughout the entire structure. Princess Charlotte, who was only a baby at the time, was at the center of the quarrel that took place during the storm. Queen Camilla, Princess Catherine, and Princess Charlotte were all involved in the conflict. Since that time, their activities have provoked a large amount of discourse concerning the relationships that exist inside the royal family. The event that has captured the attention of everyone who is interested in the royal family took place during the ceremonial section of the coronation. This event has caught the attention of everyone. Those who were present witnessed a conversation that, despite the fact that it was not immediately evident, was nonetheless crucial. This conversation took place when members of the royal family took their seats. The families who were present took a different view. The people who were waiting outside the palace had a view of the crowd that did not contain the royal family. At first look, it appeared as though Queen Camilla was telling Princess Catherine to approach Charlotte, who had suddenly turned around in her seat. This was the impression that was given to her by the Queen. Catherine gave her infant daughter a measured nod in response, and then she carefully shifted her to the appropriate posture. Catherine's daughter was pleased with her response. After that, Charlotte answered in a manner that was more subdued, but she was still powerful in her approach. Charlotte did not exhibit any signs of anxiety or worry, despite the fact that she straightened her posture and directed her attention forward into the future. In spite of the fact that she was still young, she exhibited a level of maturity that was significantly higher than her years. At the point in the ceremony when it was time for the family to bow before the king, Charlotte hesitated and turned to her mother. She was thinking about what she should do. During the course of the ceremony, this took place after a certain amount of time had passed. Lip readers were able to pick up on her whispered remarks, which indicated that she was saying, "I'll do it, but not for her." Lip readers understood what she was saying. Shockwaves were sent throughout the abbey as a result of Charlotte's purposeful reluctance to acknowledge Queen Camilla. But at the same time, she performed the necessary bow to her grandfather, King Charles. In spite of the fact that the comment could have been construed as a child's refusal to take part in the activity, it was generally believed that it was well planned out. Those who were witnessing the royal family were unable to hear Catherine's delicate touch on her daughter's shoulder. But Camilla's visage hardened as she recognized Charlotte's movements. Catherine's support was communicated in a manner that was not audible to those who were observing the royal family. The grimace that appeared on Camilla's face was a response to the actions that Charlotte had made. On the other hand, those persons who were present throughout this particular fight responded to it with both praise and condemnation. There were others who considered that Charlotte's increasing understanding of her role within the monarchy, as well as her self-assurance in her ability to deal with the obstacles that the monarchy brought, were expressions of this. A great number of individuals interpreted it as an indication that the royal family has been dealing with fundamental problems for a considerable amount of time. For such a long time, these disagreements have been a source of concern for the royal family. A pattern of tension that is consistent can be observed. The interactions that Queen Camilla has with younger members of the royal family have been the focus of criticism for a considerable amount of time. Stories that have been made public have shown instances of conflict that have occurred in her relationship with the children of William and Catherine. It has been reported that Camilla reprimanded Catherine for Charlotte's behavior during the funeral of Queen Elizabeth. The little princess let out a scream in response to Prince George's playful poke, which led to the occurrence of this episode. In the aftermath of the coronation event, the phrase, "Camilla instructed Catherine to take her," was brought up again in conversations. Lip readers reported that Camilla received this instruction. The manner in which Camilla administers discipline has been the subject of criticism from a number of senior royals who have expressed their displeasure. Some people believe that Camilla's approach is in direct opposition to the parenting style of William and Catherine. Regarding the matter of assisting in the upbringing of their children, the Prince and Princess of Wales have placed a significant amount of significance on preserving an emotional connection with their children and keeping open lines of communication with them. When it comes to the process of negotiating their duties, they have also taught in their children the value of being genuine and having self-assurance. The fact that Charlotte maintained her composure during the coronation is evidence that this concept is successful in bringing about the outcomes that are wanted. Both members of the general public and experts provided their responses to the survey. Following the coronation, Princess Charlotte and Princess Catherine have both been showered with a substantial amount of support from the common populace. Many people took to various social media platforms in order to express their admiration for Charlotte's ability to keep her cool and Catherine's ability to handle the issue in an appropriate manner. They did this in order to demonstrate their appreciation for one another. Commentators pointed out that Catherine played a significant part in cultivating her daughter's independence and self-assurance, and many individuals interpreted Charlotte's behavior as a reflection of her mother's influence through the activities that she participated in. The significance of the event has been investigated by individuals who are well-versed in royal etiquette and family connections. During the course of narrating Charlotte's behavior, a historian stated that her acts during the coronation were a perfect example of silent resistance. In spite of the fact that she is still young, she has demonstrated that she is aware of her position and that she is eager to express herself, which is very remarkable for someone of her age. It has been demonstrated that she is prepared to freely express herself. The far-reaching consequences that the event would have for the monarchy were brought to their notice by a number of different individuals. According to the observations of a royal journalist, the disagreements that have arisen between Camilla and Catherine are indicative of more profound rifts within the royal family. It will be essential to find a solution to these internal issues while the monarchy is working toward modernization, in order to guarantee that the monarchy will continue to be stable over the course of the long term. During her tenure as Queen Consort, Camilla has confronted with a wide range of difficulties. As she has made her way up to her current position, Queen Camilla has had to overcome a significant amount of opposition along the road. She has been successful in doing so. However, there were occasions when she struggled to adjust to her new status within the royal family. In the outset, the general public had an unfavorable view of her marriage to Charles, and there were also instances when she had some trouble adjusting to her new role. The problems that she encounters in finding a healthy balance between her authority and the established dynamics of the family are brought to light by crises such as the one that occurred with Charlotte. Despite the tremendous amount of effort that she has put in to acquire her position as Queen Consort, this conclusion has been reached. Camilla's relationships with other senior royals, such as Princess Anne and Prince Andrew, have been a subject of controversy ever since she began her reign. This has been the case ever since she became queen. This is due to the fact that Camilla is considered to be Prince Andrew's younger sister. Although Andrew has been openly scornful of Camilla's position within the monarchy, it appears that Anne has been averse to certain of Camilla's recommendations for modifying royal traditions. This is despite the fact that Andrew has been disrespectful of Camilla's position. The actions that Camilla has done have been subjected to a substantial amount of criticism. Not only are the repercussions significant, but so are the actions that can be taken after them. When it comes to the events that took place during the coronation, the disagreement that took place between Charlotte and Camilla has proven to be the most prominent of the topics that have been discussed in relation to the occasion. The difficulties that were evident at the event were symbolic of a family that was having to adapt to the changing nature of their relationship, despite the fact that the ceremony was a display of the time-tested traditions of the monarchy. Princess Charlotte's life took a significant turn for the better on that particular day, with a significant turning point. As a result of her humble proclamation of independence, she has become a young royal to keep an eye on, and many people believe that she will make a big contribution to the future of the monarchy. Over the course of the aftermath of the catastrophe, Princess Catherine has effectively proved her capacity to gracefully manage complex family dynamics, all the while protecting her children's confidence and ensuring their well-being. It is likely that the path that Queen Camilla will have to travel in the future will prove to be fairly difficult when she gets there. As a result of the actions that she carried out during the coronation, discussions regarding her standing within the royal family, as well as her connections with members of the family who occupy crucial positions, have been rekindled. Camilla will be required to maintain a careful balance between the responsibilities of a modern monarchy and her personal authority in order to fulfill the requirements of future advancements. When people think back on the coronation, they will remember it not just for its grandeur, but also for the drama that took place behind the scenes for the entirety of the ceremony. In spite of the fact that the royal family is in the process of adjusting to a world that is always evolving, It provided a glimpse into the difficulties and opportunities that they are currently confronting. Princess Charlotte has already demonstrated her formidable impact, and as history continues to unfold, it is becoming increasingly apparent that the younger generation will ultimately be the ones to decide the destiny of the monarchy. This is a reality that cannot be refuted. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. In the meantime, we ask that you kindly share your ideas with us, and we bid you farewell.